people need to understand that when you want to start business,
Right.
what you need basically is not capital. I like to say it this way, dear entrepreneur. Business is war.
Wow.
Humility goes a very long way. See, you cannot. There are some things you can't have access to until you are so humble. This child did not ask me to bring her into this world to come and suffer. My story was like that of Job, but I was frustrated.
Firstly, we would like you to share with us your entrepreneurial journey. How did you get started, and how did you get to this point, sir?
It's a bitter-sweet journey of entrepreneurship for me.
Okay.
I think because of this, that's why I wrote a book titled Starting Afresh.
Afresh, yes.
I was a church staff.
Okay.
And then I worked in church for 10 years. So while I was working in church, I think for some reason I had my life channeled in a certain direction. I also work in GTB as I finished from school. Okay. There's something they call Catch Them Young. So GTB came to my school.
Right.
So they gave us form, we filled. So they're going to absorb us into the market. So they came in, we signed those things, we filled the form, so they picked us. Then I'm to resume, let's say I'm to resume on Monday.
Okay.
So today being Sunday.
Okay.
Pastor was on stage. So pastor preached the message. Is first class too big for God? Then the next day, I was at GTB head office. So I'd done my interview and all that. And I got a call from church office. They said, your service is needed, I think, at the inner city. So the next day, which was on a Tuesday, I carried my baggage, everything. I was in church. So from there on, I worked there, from 2007 till I left in 2016. Okay. So I was there for that long time, and then I worked in church. Only 20 years after I left. So, and I was in finance department. Okay. But because God really I think he already know the pattern that I'm going to go. So he put me inside I was in a cost control. Okay. So right where I was in cost control, then I was moved from inner city, to Rhapsody of Realities. Okay. Anyways, so I was now in this department. So I was in cost control. So we needed to buy some land. Okay. That's why I got involved in real estate. We needed to buy some land. Then they said the lands were in Ibadan. So I was on the team. So we went to do research for the land. We did this and all that. Then, for the first time in my life, I was on a team of men that bought over 3,000, plots of land for a single man. We couldn't even, surveyor could not even come to survey. They used drone to survey it.
As at that time.
So they had drone to survey, but where I was, my man, I'm always, there's this pride in me, I was on this team, we bought this land, and then we started farming on the land and all that. That was the first time we came up with better Gary. So a lot of beautiful things that were done. So, but then I knew that, because I now started I developed interest in real estate. Anyway, it was 10 years now.
Right.
In 2017, after a few months, I knew I wanted to do real estate, but I didn't even know I'm going to start. Okay. But I was home. So at some point I said I wanted to do car business. Diversion from
the main original purpose.
So I said, let me do car business. That was faster. So now I was driving a car, so I put it up for sale. When you sell something, you think that you're in business. So I sold that. Right. Then I bought another car. Okay. And I sold that one. I'm like, okay, now let me buy 3. So I got loan from someone, my mother-in-law. She loaned me money. So I bought 3 cars. When I was going to say that I sold the 3 cars for the price of 1.
Wow.
So I had made bad decision. Then things were very bad. Things went, really, really down. I lost the money. Then I remember one time that I wake up at midnight. And Pastor had just put some message there when he said, when you wake up at 2 a.m., young man, young woman, stop reading newspaper. Then start speaking. So when I wake up, instead of me to talk, I'm looking at my wife and kid. I'm like, this child did not ask me to bring her into this world to come and suffer. So what am I going to do? But I was frustrated, because I had, in my own mind there, I thought I had money. But then how did this money, vanish? What happened? Well, I managed to get one jalopy. So I would do transport from Badore to Lekki. From Lekki, I'll take it back to Badore. So I was doing shuffling. This is 2017. I did that for a while. Of course, I was making money, like transport money.
Right.
But I was not taking one cover home. Because I'll buy fuel. I didn't know how the business also was, transport business. So I'll buy fuel, I'll fix car, I'll do all these things. Happened I was using the wrong car for the kind of business. So of course I was just working.
Everything you're getting was going for Mismanagement.
And then one day I was tired. And I just listened to Dr. Mismanagement. So I was really, really tired. So I said, today, whatever is going to happen, we are ending it today. So somebody said, and also, when you are going through diverse steps, there are certain information that will come to you to your destruction. So while I was going through all those bad times, I saw one YouTube video that said the best way to kill yourself is to drink, to take excess sleeping pills. That is easier. You just go. So I just drove. Then you could buy things on the counter without. So I drove straight to a pharmacy. So I bought this sleeping tablet. It is now that they need doctor's reports. Then they will give you. So I even bought the container. Like, it will kill ourselves today. Because it was painful to see your daughter that I couldn't buy. It was her first year birthday. And then I remember this so vividly. She was born 2nd of July.
Okay.
So 2nd of July. So 2nd of July 2016.
Okay.
2nd of July 2017. I couldn't buy her a cake. I remember one guy, my wife finally did all those. When, of course, women are not meant to suffer.
Right. So
when problems started happening, she would say, did I tell you to resign? Well, she is tongue talking.
Right.
God speak to her, according to her. How come God spoke to me? There was no confirmation in you. She will say, did I tell you to resign? And then she was also doing what's it called? Exclusive.
Okay.
So imagine to eat. It was that bad. So things was very rough anyways. Anyway, long story cut short. I'd carried those things. I said I was going to this. So let me drive towards Ekpe. So that before they will find the body to be hard. So I was going. My wife has said one thing to me that morning. Like, I can't continue like this, blah, blah, blah. I remember as I drove, this was 2017, 3rd of July.
Okay.
As I drove out, I saw an ad on Facebook, my phone. I saw the ad. It's saying, make 350K selling real estate a month. I just believed that. That was I just reached out to the guy. Alpha. He just told me, said, the training is happening, I think the next day.
Okay.
I said, but I don't have money to register. He said, just come.
Okay.
He said, where? He said, like, okay.
What about the drugs?
The drugs, I told her, I put it inside. I said, let's go for this training tomorrow.
Let's see.
After the training, we'll come back to you. I made money. And the main money I made was through sales of real estate. You can't stop a man that is convinced. Then rent was due, you know. So I sat down. So what have I been running? Have I been running a company or a charity organization? Because we had run office for 2 years, no profit, we're in debt. You know, people see us outside, we give out cash. They didn't know that there is nothing there. The point I want to make is, when I went for that training, things changed. I started marketing real estate, you know, in less than 3 months. Then rent was due, you know. But one thing I noticed that God loves me. This was July, rent was coming in December, but things were not. I knew that there was no hope. I don't know how it is. I don't call people and say, please, can I get, how do they call it, urgent 2K? I don't do it. I think it's part of the training that I got in church, you know, like I heard from the word of God. Those things, you know, sometimes when you study God's word, you become proud. Be like, there are some things I just don't, you know, you get it. There are some things I just don't, you know, conform myself to. Well, all those things happened. So I remember when I sold the first property I sold, then they gave me a commission. My commission was 380,000.
Wow.
I just went back home. I looked at my daughter. I carried the girl like, finally, the solution is here. You know, so things changed. I remember before the year, you know, before that 2017, I made money. And the main money I made was through sales of real estate. So if you're a young entrepreneur and you want to do something with your life, you may need to start from serving a king. For you to be a king of your own, you need to have served someone.
Correct.
So because I was selling those things, opportunity will show. So by December, I was able to pay rent. So I was in my office. So at this point, I now had an office. So my office was in my house. So I'll come out from the room. I would knot my tie. I would enter the living room where my office was. I had this discipline, you know, that this is my office. Then after a while, I think that should be like in March or so, I left there, so I got a place at Akbeni House. Akbeni House in Naija. So I got one small space. You know, it's a shared office. So I got one small space. I floated a company there called DMI Homes. Anyway, one day I was there. See, also notice people that are around you. There was a lady called Lulu. I saw her online. I didn't know how we met. So I reached out to her like, how are you doing? She said she's doing real estate. So it was on a Monday, and I called her around 10. I said, so what are you doing? She said she's washing clothes. I said, you want to make money? The woman just left. This baby I'm talking about, not my mate. She left her clothes. She said, where are you? Come and train me on this real estate. So we started moving together. So we were together in that office. And she came in like, there's this set of people that she met online. They said they want somebody to pitch real estate to them. I said, where are they? She said, on the mainland, Allen or something. I said, let's go. The next day, we were with these people, young people, you know, who love entrepreneurship idea, but they're they are just techie guys. So they said they wanted to do real estate, blah, blah, blah. So they floated the company. They needed somebody to help them market. I can market. It's not to market, I'll market. We took over the job. We were fronting for them. We noticed that there were some mismanagement of funds, coupled with the fact that some companies that we have sold to, they were not allocating land to people.
The clients.
Queries here and there, you know, people were calling. So I called the lady, we sat down, like, we need to float our own company. Let us show these companies how they do it. That's how we floated Photizo. Meanwhile, before I floated Photizo, I'd spoken to about 2 other of my friends, guys that were met in the real estate.
Right.
And they let us start this company. Let's do this thing the right way. One told me what I said. Me, I don't have money. I said, it's not even about the money.
Right.
But did you know, as at the time I was saying this, I didn't have fun either. Because don't forget that I was giving a testimony of something that happened that I made funds. And I was able to settle certain bills.
Yes.
At that point, I was probably in zero. You know, but people need to understand that when you want to start business,
right,
what you need basically is not capital. First, you need an idea. Your mind, Pastor says your mind is your capital.
Right.
So we went searching for land. October 1st was the first time that we got a land. The first land I bought ever is called Oasis Garden. That land, I bought it just like play. When we got there, the family agreed to give us the store. I said, okay, no problem. So they said, I told them I'm going to pay in 3 months.
Okay.
They said, after that 3 months, you don't bring money, we would
revoke.
Exactly. I know when families they are revoking.
They are not kind.
So they said, we're going to revoke. Okay, no problem. Now we have an agreement. We need to put a banner.
Right.
No money to do banner. So there's this guy that worked with me. His name is, we call him Schema.
Okay.
He was working with a particular set of people that time. So I went to them, like, you should give me banner. You know, just give me, on credit, I'll pay you. They looked at the whole thing, but the guy believed. The guy understood it. He just believed in me, or like, okay, we'll give you the banner. I'll talk to my people. So they gave me banner. We put the banner. We will not pay now, we can't clear.
True.
So we also put banner on the road.
Right.
I paid that money to the family in 60 days.
Wow.
Within 60 days, yes. I gave them 90 days. I paid in 60 days. You can't stop a man that is convinced. And to a man who has direction, anything is possible.
Absolutely.
So I just knew that we're going to get this one. How we're going to get it, I had no idea. We were on site one day. But while we were there, somebody saw a banner. The guy has gone out to look for land. He saw my banner outside. That this way to Oasis Garden. He said, I want to buy this land. I want to buy it. I like the name. So the man came, he was talking to me. I said, this is the land. Okay, no problem. He wrote a check for me. First time I received, then I was selling the land there, I think 1,950,000, I can't remember. I collected the check. I'm like, where is the devil now?
Wow.
We got the check.
Okay.
We didn't have account. So I remember there's this guy, if you know him, he called Chief Coach of Lagos.
I know.
So he could call me on the phone. Baba, I'll say it in Yoruba. Baba, you here? Alpha. That's your land. Alpha. I said, it's there. I'm just on site. I said, hey, how much is it? I said, okay. Okay. How much is your initial deposit? I said, I don't know. He said, come. So I went to his office. So we're there, we're just. So apparently, he guided me through a few things. Do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. There was a client also that was waiting to make payment. But he wanted to understand whether, to help me structure. Where is your form? No form. But we had a product, no form.
Wow.
When I say this thing, I get very emotional because of the intense thing I mentioned. Yeah. So I got a schema. But let's do form. We did form. We sent him, they filled the form. Account number. We ran to Zenith. So they opened the account for me that day. I sent him, I just saw a lot on my phone. 200K. Wow. I was so happy. You remember that I had a check?
Yes, that was it.
Apparently that check was a positive check. So the man said, the day you start clearing, that's the day you're going to catch the check. So people started marketing. This lady, I was working with was very instrumental. Before we know what was happening, the money was ready. We gave to the family, we moved to site. We were clearing, we called the guy on the phone that we started clearing. He said, what? You are supposed to clear in December now? He said, yes, but we already started clearing. He drove from Ikorodu down there. He said, bring the check. So I gave him the check. So he struck it out, he wrote on that check, you can go and catch it, this one now. He went to present the check. That's how Photizo started. Now, 6 months when Photizo started, the company that was selling property that we're fronting for
the one Lulu took it to?
Yes, we bought the company over. So we became a household name. Like everybody wanted to sell Photizo.
Where did you school?
I schooled in Ife.
Okay.
You know.
Great.
Then afterwards, I did my HND in University College of Technology in Ife. Then I did my master's in London School of Business.
We are aware that you authored a book, Starting Afresh. You want to share a bit about with us what the inspiration is?
When Photizo started, 2 years afterwards, we were selling properties within the range of 500 to 1 million. So there is a lady that we started together. So she told me she wants to be selling properties in tens of millions. And since I am not selling, I don't have those products, she wants to go and join those companies.
Yes.
She resigned. And she had about 20% of my company.
Holistic.
So I had to, she has to relinquish her share and all that. But one striking thing that I observed was when she left, all the staff resigned. It was like she brought them, every one of them, you know, brought this one, brought this one, brought this one. My story was like that of Job. As he was nursing one news, another one came like, boss, I'm resigning. I'm like, this one is coming, I'm resigning. This one is coming. Oh dear Lord. So I was left alone. The people that were with me, 2 people, we have a lady called Rachel and Schema. So while I was there, I knew that I needed to make a lot of changes. So I sat down like, so what have I been running? Have I been running a company or a charity organization? So staff audit came in and everybody were like, because the report were like, these people are not supposed to be here. So by the time the lady did analysis, because we had run office for 2 years, no profit, we're in debt, where you know, people see us outside, we give our cash. They didn't know that there's nothing there, you know. It was when we did that audit, we knew that we needed to retrace our step. It was at that point that I started putting the idea of starting afresh came in. So it actually gave a lot of stories about myself, the book itself, talking about, there's some places I didn't put my name. I didn't even put my name in any of them. It addresses a lot of things as to what to do when you are in problem, how to talk to yourself, how to find the embers of your life, you know. So that's what the book addresses. It addresses entrepreneurship lifestyle fully. And the beauty of it is that we subsidize it by 50%. Everybody can actually get it. So it's written on our website. If you check patrickoriyomi.com.
It's there, right?
Yes, it's there.
Okay, great. So we can get the book from Patrick Oriyomi's website. Please, let's order those books.
The property that we started with, I bought that property 4 times. You have not failed until you declare yourself a failure. The journey is not rosy. It's tough. Every day, just prepare your mind that there is work on. You can say I'm starting a car business or starting a tech business or something. There are giants in the land. I used to work for my mother. All the while, all my life in primary school into secondary school. If you're a CEO, you are sitting in the office, you are a babysitter. Money locates people who are ready to collect it.
So what has been that major challenge you'd like to share with us?
I like to say it this way. Dear entrepreneurs, business is war.
Wow.
So for us at Photizo, I like to say the way things are. The property that we started with, I bought that property 4 times. So just in case an entrepreneur is saying that I did a business, I failed. You have not failed until you declared yourself a failure. I bought the property the first time.
Right.
They came after me. Imagine, I collected money from people. Remember I told you about somebody that
Yes.
I couldn't go to the guy and say, sir, money that you gave me money for, they collected the land. And by the way, this is me talking from my kinsmen.
Right.
My kinsmen are the one that collected the land.
Yes, your people.
my people. You know, so the first time, the second time, the third time. Then the fourth one I bought from government. The beauty of this that I want to say is the journey is not rosy. It's tough. You know, so you're going to have to understand that every day, just prepare your mind that there is work coming, and you have to be ready for that work. So in business, you need to understand that problems will show up. You can say, I'm starting a car business, I'm starting a tech business or something. There are giants in the land, and they are not happy that you are starting. In fact, they want to clamp you down. Like I said, I started car business. It failed, but I didn't end there. I started my real estate. I did other kind of business. I started farming. I was producing gari.
Wow.
I'll produce gari. I'll do this. Recently, we started our shoe business.
What would be the best advice you would say you've gotten in business you'd like to share with us?
See, originality goes a very long way. And you know, the things that they taught us when we were kids, all those things are what we are using today. I used to work for my mother. All my life in primary school into secondary school, I was working. I didn't know I was going to be able to have some height because I was like this. So I walk for my mother. I walk like so. Consistency in what you're doing. A CEO does not sit in the office. If you're a CEO, you are sitting in the office, you're a babysitter. What are you doing? The money is outside. Go bring the money. So consistency, you know, then hustle. I use the word hustle because it's not a joke.
Go for it.
Yeah. Go for that thing.
Go for the bar.
Don't sit in one place. There are people who are going to give you the money you need. I'm not going to come meet you. You're going to go meet them. So sometimes, as a CEO, you may need to separate yourself. Many times, Jesus will leave his disciples. He'll just go and pray by himself. Do you think, if his business is going to meet people, yesterday I got around to it. This morning I've been out. So, I've been out since, I don't know, 5:30 or something. Because until God give you rest, you don't have one. Baba, you are going to be on the move. I was with my guys yesterday, we're gisting. And one guy is saying that I just got a deal. He got a commercial paper funded of 20 billion naira.
Wow.
So I sat down where I was. You know, boss, I was talking in tongues. I'm like, hey, thank God I'm here. If I were in my house,
you will not hear that information.
That inspiration
will not come.
Exactly. See, money locates people who are ready to collect it. But not everybody. I can say I need money. It will not show up. But when you have something, it's like saying you have an idea that can be translated into money. If this platform were not here, we would not be seated. But somebody needed to create this platform so that we could be here. That's how business is. And then learn to be humble. Humility goes a very long way. See, you cannot. There are some things you can't have access to until you are so humble. And always know something as a entrepreneur that you are a service, but that whatever it is you do, you are serving. When I write you a letter, at the end of you see, I like to remind myself, say yours to serve. Whatever it is, you are serving. So until you have an understanding that that's what you are serving, you will not even know that you are on the journey at all to start. when you are humble,
right,
you can get things that every other person couldn't access. So sometimes you just need to understand that humility goes a very long way. Like Basketman would say, with this few point of mind. Thank you so much.